Hello, welcome to this video, which is going to be a good way to get some common bees very quickly. I was interested in the wintry bees because I noticed that they have obviously most people do forest and meadows, but I noticed the wintry bees have got increased production. So I thought that'd be quite good. So say we've got some bees. By wintry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go. I've got in each of these. I've got 4 lifespan upgrades. I've also in the regular ones I put chocolate frames, and they're kind of the same thing. So I thought that'd be good. So yeah, we'll just take some pristine ones. I think a pristine wintry princess, and we'll put the Meadows drone in there. And we'll do the same here. A pristine. Do we have any? Probably get another one. And we'll put in a pristine wintry with a Meadows drone, if we can find one. So this should speed it up quite a lot. The chocolate frames. What does this mean? Whether this will be as fast as this, I'm not sure. It doesn't look like it's going to be. Looks like it's going to be much slower. But I feel like these were the things that's supposed to actually do it. No, maybe it's not. That is definitely working quite a lot. These chocolate frames are very easy to make. So I put them in at about the same time. This is a third of the way done. This looks like it's going almost 4 times slower. But I don't know. It's not going that slowly. I actually thought it'd go even slower than that, to be honest. With all the chocolate frames in there. So what I'm going to do, I think, is I'm just going to I'm going to populate all these other apiaries in exactly the same way. Okay, so I've done that. I've also cleared out my inventory because I'm going to have a lot of bees coming here soon. So this was the first one I did. So that one's done. You can see. Already got various different princesses. So all we could probably do at this point is we can already get to the point where we've got common bees. I wonder how this one's getting on. That one's about halfway through. So this is one. This apiary with 3 chocolate frames is going about half the pace of this with 4 lifespan upgrades. So probably this is the 3 chocolate frames, about 2 of them. But yeah, we'll be interested to see if they get the same sort of result. Let's look at the other ones. So this one's not going. So yeah, so they're going reasonably fast, but not hugely fast. I've only got the 4 production upgrades. So let's look at the bees that we've got. So what we want to do, I guess. I mean, here's the interesting thing, because the wintry bees. If we'd done the other way around with Meadows at the top, I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure actually, because this is only lifespan. So I'm actually taking the production stat on the wintry bees to get more bees, and that is kind of the whole point, to actually get more bees, because if you get more bees you're bound to get more commons, which is obviously what you're looking for. And you can see in this case, for instance, we've got 1, 2, 3 commons. So I guess we can scan these ones and see what we get here. So they're probably going to be mainly so that's a common wintry. So you can see there's the fertility on the wintry in the recessive allele on the right hand side. So the common of the 2 times, which is common I suppose, is going to be, that's common wintry. Interesting. We've got another common wintry here. Similar story with that one. This is a common Meadows. Okay, so we should theoretically, let's see what we get from this thing then. This thing is not going to actually show anything until it's all dead, I believe. But we should get a really nice, we should get all those slots filled, I'd imagine, because I've done exactly the same thing. So we're looking now. So yeah, so we've got common wintry, common Meadows. So let's look at the ones we got from this one. Because I guess what I want to do is try and get them to be common. And if I get to common, then I could just get some more pristine hive bees to go immediately to cultivated, and then we could go to diligent and noble. I may even try doing that here. There's a common wintry. We should theoretically get a common out of this. You would think so, anyway. So yeah, so we got exactly the same from this apiary, and it didn't take a huge amount of different amount of time. So yeah, let's see what we got here. There's a common meadows, common wintry, let's see if we've got any common. I'm pretty sure it can occur, that, but we'll see. Common wintry, common meadows. Even if we don't get it, it will be. I still have a few things I want to try out. That one got all meadows. I've got one common drone. And that is a common wintry. Now the question is, I've got various common. So let's put them in order then. Let's put them in different rows here. So that's common wintry. That's common wintry. Common meadows can go on this line. Oops, what did I do there? Oh, I put it straight into there, didn't I? That's common wintry. That's going to be common wintry. That's common wintry. Common meadows is down here. Common wintry is here. Common wintry is here. So very, very equal actually in terms of the hybrids numbers. We didn't get any more from that. These ones, I set them about the same time actually. Oh, well, not this one, I guess. Let's have a look at these. So we're going to get all hybrid, I guess, at this point for the common bees. Common wintry, common wintry. And that is a common meadows. Okay, so because of the biome we're in, we're going to have to stick with wintry anyway. So, well, obviously I wouldn't have to. I could change it, but I don't really want to. I could just change the temperature and stuff. So that is actually the first one. So you can see that we actually did get a common, and it's a princess. So that is very good. So you can see we did actually manage to, and we got a common drone as well. Interestingly, that was from the same hive, wasn't it? Now here's the thing, how would we go about getting more of these common princesses? I mean, like, the thing that I often think about is, don't you just put in the commons, don't you just put in common with common, and if they're already right, it will just make more of them. But what we actually want to do is we want to get what I would imagine is the best thing to do. My feeling is that yeah, these are all common meadows. I shouldn't have put that one there actually, but I've got too many in this row. So I've got some common meadows here, but how am I going to get them to go to cultivate in the optimal way? That's what I'm wondering. Let's look at the. I mean, here's the thing. I want the fertility higher than this. 2 fertility is not really good enough. A common wintry princess, on the other hand, is going to have 4. At least it's got that 4 in the recessive gene, so it could possibly pass that down. A common. I mean, let's try some different things. So I'm just going to empty out the hives, and then I'll be back in. Okay, so what we have to imagine now is, one of the problems is, right, is that if we, even with the for instance, we've got this is a perfect common princess, right? But we are not in a biome where we can actually obviously I'm artificially introducing these problems, but this is not going to work though, because the temperature tolerance is not enough, right? It will temperature normal to none. This is actually a cold biome. It's not icy, but it is cold. It's why the Wintry can work as a princess without any temperature modifiers, because it already is fine. And it can go up and down one in terms of humidity as well, right? So yeah. So like I said, we do have these common wintry ones. So what I'm thinking is maybe if we put in a wintry princess, let's just try some wintry princesses with some common wintry. Yeah, we'll try some wintry with some common wintry. So if we look at our common wintry, we've got a few here. We can see that there's short life, shorter life. Most of them are shorter life on the well, about 2/3 of them. Well, actually, maybe it's about half actually. But yeah, I mean, there doesn't seem to be much difference between them. So like I say, so we'll mix that together with, yeah. If we put common wintry, that's the thing. I feel like it's more likely to get what you want with the common meadows, because common and I mean, you would think that if meadows and wintry equals common, then common meadows and wintry is more likely to equal cultivated. That's how it feels like it should be. So I'm going to try that one then. So we've got, in terms of our common meadows then, shorter life, slow worker. So this one looks alright. Commons meadow, short life, slow worker. So we should be pretty likely to get cultivated out of that, I would think. And then we'll try it with common wintry as well. So we've got a wintry princess, and we'll try, like I say, a common meadows again here. The common meadows with short life, slow worker, fine. So this should be able to get us what we need here. Alright, so I've done that for 2 hives. Now in these other hives, what I'm going to do is, again, I'm going to put the wintry princess, but this time I'm going to put a common wintry in with it. And I want to see if there's any real difference. It may be hard to tell with because I don't want to apply any temperature changes here. I just want to check this particular issue to see if we're more likely to get yeah. And I'll put them in these, I guess. So we've got a wintry princess, and we've got the and we'll put in a common wintry hybrid into there. Yeah, we don't actually need those drones now I think about it. So the wintry princess, and then we'll have the common wintry hybrid in there. And we've got a wintry princess with the common wintry hybrid. So let's have a look and see what we're getting here. So like I say, so remember these are the common meadows ones. Or maybe I did it in the third one. I changed it maybe. Basically, I know that these two are commons meadows. So I guess we'll just do the rest with the other ones then, the commons wintry. So we should be, what we should hopefully notice is a big difference between these two, because the common wintry will go in there, and we'll just put in one more princess, and we'll put in a common wintry in here, common wintry drone. So all these should be off and away at this point. Yeah, I didn't do these two. I guess for these two at the end here, well, unfortunately, yeah. So if I've got, this is a common drone. This one, these two are common drones, and they actually stack. That's interesting. So they're exactly the same. That's interesting. The stacking. I'm curious about the stacking thing. So we'll have these two identical common drones here. With the wintry princess on top. So yeah, so just to clarify once more, these two are with the common drones with the wintry princess. All the princesses are wintry, pristine, purebreds. These two are with the wintry princess with common drones. These three are wintry princesses with common wintry drones. These two are wintry princesses with common meadows drones. And these three again are going to be wintry princesses with common wintry drones. So with that all in mind, let's have a look and see what we get. So you can see we've got one cultivated drone from mixing that together. So if we get no other cultivated drones throughout the entire process, that's probably a good sign that that was the correct thing to do. This is what I assumed was the thing to do. You mix the wintry with the, like I say, wintry with the common meadows drones. So you get the common meadows and then you mix it again with the wintry, which is the drone you want. And again, and the advantage of course of all this is that the production is very high. And yeah, probably this, for instance, this cultivated drone that I've just got, this has probably carried on the allele. Oh no, it hasn't got it. It hasn't got it actually. It hasn't got the 4 by allele. So that actually has stuck with the meadows fertility rate. So that wouldn't be particularly good, I suppose. But still interesting to see that. And it's got a lifespan of fast, so I assume that must be a cultivated thing. Yeah. Pretty cool. A lot of these I'm noticing, the temperature tolerance is pretty weak there. So it doesn't look like that carries through very well. But you can see it's pretty cool that we've got a cultivated already there. This time we got no cultivated. So let's see if did I not put in the drone there? Alright, so we'll ignore this middle one, and I thought I put in the drone. But the point is the others are all common wintry, apart from those two at the end, which are common ones. So now we're going to look at, it looks like it all sort of works really. If we look at the cultivated drone, which is this one over here. Oh no, it wasn't. It was that one, wasn't it? Right. That's a cultivated wintry. So the interesting thing about this one is actually still got, so because it's got wintry in the inactive side, it is still carrying on the 4 times fertility, and that's what I want to actually carry on. So this bee could actually be useful, couldn't it? Because if I mix this together now in a sort of purification process, I could potentially get a cultivated with the 4 times fertility. I think that's how I can do it. So it doesn't look like it makes much difference the way you do it there. Yeah, so this is cultivated meadows. And funnily enough, it kind of seems like it's probably a good idea to have it on it's because the point is I want to get that wintry fertility. That's the whole point. So it's quite good. And of course, it's keeping the temperature tolerance. I believe for wintry bees is up 1 on the temperature, yeah, and for humidity is both 1. and that's actually active, whereas on the so that's interesting, isn't it? Because the on here the active side is cultivated, but on here the active side is actually wintry. So that's pretty interesting. Yes, so here I'm pretty sure if you look at a Meadows Princess, I'm pretty sure it's not normal and none. Is it normal and none? Maybe it is actually. Maybe it is. Let me just look at a Meadows Princess. I think it is actually. Yeah, it is normal and none. Whereas with cultivated is normal and none as well though. So we can't really tell. I guess maybe that is what that is. That, yeah, I was thinking this before. That is why people choose the Meadows, isn't it? Because it's actually got the same alleles, same temperature and humidity regulations. And I wonder what like Noble is. Yeah, I knew that's how it is, isn't it? And what about Diligent? Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, it's making a lot more sense now. All right. So. So yeah, so basically this, I mean, so yeah, we got 2 out of that one, and remember this one was just Wintry Princess with a common wintry hybrid, but because of the, you see, because of, yeah, here's the interesting thing. I feel like because of the increased output, we even noticed it from the first cross, didn't we? Because of the increased output, it means that we're because these frames, these are not actually mutation frames, right? They're not actually increasing the chance of mutation. They're just reducing the lifespan so I can make the video quicker. So it's not actually increased any mutation, but simply because of the increased output, it's probably, you know, there's probably no difference in the actual chances of mutation. In fact, there is no difference between the chance of mutation, but simply because of the increased output, it means that there are going to be more mutations, simply because the number of bees that are being produced is larger. So that's why it's a good idea to do to get the cultivated bees like this. And what we can do then is we can but there's the trade-off, isn't it? Because we'd have to breed this all the way into the noble and diligent bees, and it's easier to not do that. And that's why people do meadows and forest, is because it's easier to not breed in these much better qualities into the bees, because all the temperature and the humidity tolerance is all the same, so you don't need to worry about that. So that's pretty cool, actually. So this one is cultivated wintry, and it's got that 4. I mean, we haven't got any. To be fair, we haven't got any purebred cultivated bees there. So there are no. But you can see these the things starting to show up here. Let's just have a look at the other hives here. The other apiaries rather. Got another cultivated here. Let's have a look at that one. Cultivated wintry, and we've got a few more cultivated. So we've actually got a few cultivated, and these, of course, these 2 hives on the end. They're all gonna. It's just going to be all common and all cultivated because, yeah, these were. These were Wintry Princess and pure breed common drones. That's an interesting result as well, isn't it? Because we had, if you recall, we had a pristine Wintry Princess in here, and we had a pristine, well, I mean, whatever. We had a common drone in there. All the results from these 2 hives were either common or cultivated. So the that is so weird. I don't really understand that. You had a Wintry Princess, a Wintry Princess with a common drone. All the results were either common drones. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm sure some of these. Let me just get rid of some of these drones I've already looked at. Basically, I'll delete any ones that say hold shift for details, because it means I already scanned them. I'm going to get rid of some of these, the cultivated ones. Yeah, we'll just get rid of these wintry drones for now. So you can see that we've got some. So that is a very useful result to know. So yeah, a lot of these are going to be common wintry. I think they're all. In fact, they all are, aren't they? Yeah, but that was definitely the case, wasn't it? So let me just confirm this one more time, because that is such an interesting result that I don't need to confirm that. So if we have a wintry princess, which is a pristine, pristine, and a common drone, there will be no wintry bees at all from it at any point. Let's do this one more time. Yeah, this is but it's definitely true though, isn't it? I've done it again. Wintry princess, common drone. Oops. Yeah, I would do it in the other things, but it's wanna. I think they're coming out with the same sort of stuff. All right, I guess the more I do is probably better anyway. Alright, so let's have a look and see what the results are. No, we can't quite do it yet. Alright, let's just delete these. We've got another cultivated in there. But certainly it looked like the best results were from those two hives at the end. And so that would, I mean, and I couldn't have done that if I hadn't done the first cross, so I guess that makes a lot of sense, really. So let's have a scan of some of these bees then. So are we going to get any which are going to be pure cultivated? We should do, really, if you think about it. So let's have a look. No, they're all cultivated wintry, aren't they? There we go, there's a pure breed. Yeah, that was just a straight up pure breed, that one. Where did it go? Did I just delete it by mistake? Oh, I think I fucking did. But I haven't got delete mode on though, or did I just chuck it maybe? No. No, that's annoying. Oh no, it just says cultivated drone, doesn't it? Yeah. Let's have a look at the results here. Yeah, so as you can see, what I just said was correct. Everything in that situation is going to be... So this is going to be a way to very, very easily get as many cultivated bees as possible. And then from there, of course, I just want to move my actual bees here, because unfortunately there's been a problem with NAI for a long time. You can't actually click on it without actually taking one. So let's put it there. So we look at the mutations now. Obviously we want to go to majestic. If we look at majestic, we can see that's normal, none. To get to noble, it would just be a very, very simple process, wouldn't it? Yeah, I mean, it's a very simple process. We could just literally take so we've got a cultivated, I mean, in fact that's a cultivated princess, isn't it? Yeah, so we've got a cultivated princess, and we can, and we should, and I think we've actually got a cultivated drone as well. Keep in mind, I'm making sure I don't actually spawn them in accidentally. But yeah, I mean, we're gonna have loads at this point. That's cultivated common. I mean, yeah, I mean, I suppose it's not. But here's the interesting thing. I've always been confused about if you can actually do a mix with these active and inactive ones, but it doesn't actually seem that is the case. It seems, if anything, that will actually. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't. To be honest, it seems like just as much chance as with anything which is not ideal. Even though the wintry ones did seem to have a little bit more produce. But yeah, as you can tell, these are all going to be it's going to be a blend there of cultivated, and then of course the next procedure, like I mentioned. So yeah, if we just take all our we can take all the bees at this point, because these are just the results of let's look at some of these common drones. We should have a decent one. That's common wintry. Did we not get any common cultivated? I mean, common cultivated, I mean, there's a common drone. That's a princess. Common wintry. So I guess if we're going to do the noble now, that we could try, like for instance, what's that? A common cultivated. So we want to get to. So here's the thing, right? Common cultivated will make diligent and noble. We can't do those. So what should we try in here then? So that's a common cultivated. That is a pristine cultivated. So let's put in with a decent drone here. We can find a nice drone. Just want to find a drone that is not doesn't look like a hybrid. And most of them are, unfortunately. But then again, I suppose I haven't looked at them all. Common wintry, common cultivated. Let's try that one. So we've got a cultivated purebred with a common cultivated hybrid. I wonder how that will do. It's a hostile environment, because the cultivated, what does it require? It requires normal temperature. Okay, so that's fine. I guess at this point maybe I will just put in one heater, because that will just make it work really.